Alright. Parashat Vayeshev. Vayakum, Vayeshev, Vayamod. Usually we speak about this parasha, when we talk about the parasha, we talk about Yosef and his brothers, Yosef with their dreams. Yaakov wanted to settle down. The brothers meeting Yosef. Heard this already. Now I want to talk to you about something else. That's why Shlomo is not here, so he's missing out. So we know that in our parasha, it seems like is Yosef. I mean, as it seems like from the next two parashiyot at least, this one and the next one, that Yosef is quite a successful dude. I mean, he's making it, regardless of his hardship, regardless of the decline of his relationship with his brothers. Call it the kidnapping, whatever it is, the selling, going down to Egypt, slavery, jail, this continuous disconnect from, must have been new, this is here. Continuous disconnect from his, I just, you're such a regular guy, it's unbelievable, always late, every landing always late. I think if you come one time, I'll feel like, take your jacket off, enjoy the children that Ari made us again. Is disconnect from this family, and really, regardless of all, the Torah determines, and who of us to, Vayi Hashem et Yosef, Vayi Yosef, Ish Matzliach. Yosef, Vayi Yosef, Ish Matzliach. V'chol asher hu oseh, Hashem Matzliach, Beyado. Everything he does, Hashem is helping him. Well, one way to look at this is, Rav Shimshon here brings it, to determine success, or who is a successful person, is, or in a person who, to measure achievement, is not but what you have, but how little you have and how far you've gotten. So according to that, Yosef is pretty good. So if we're going to sit down, for all of you guys who are going to business school and future entrepreneurs and so on and so forth, what was the secret of Yosef? Did you ever wonder, of course not, I mean, I'm just rhetorically speaking, but of course you didn't, because that's how you guys do. You like to complain and no, you don't. No, you didn't think about it. Just trying to save face. No, you don't know. No, you don't know. And you never bothered to look into what was the success story, why and how did he make it, Yosef? I mean, it's right there. Yosef he didn't come into money. He wasn't born into that. So what was it? So first of all, like any other success story, Yosef knew how to dream. Abatai, if you ain't got a dream, you ain't got success. You got nothing. So Yosef knew how to dream. Yosef was not, and guys, I'm really serious. Pay close attention. Yosef was not chained to the daily routine, to the daily reality, this gray reality that we all have here, that kind of clamps you and pulls you down and doesn't let you flourish and explode and explore and this sort of thing, right? To some of you, it's really dreadful to look at what you guys are planning to yourself. How darn boring your life is going to be. How miserable. And you're looking forward to this? You paid money to go to school for this? Gotta tell you something, guys. There's something wrong with you. Yosef is connected to himself. and he stays loyal to himself. He knows his potential. He knows the potential that life has. He has, and he knows the desires, ambition. He knows the purpose, the goal. You cannot be successful if you don't have a goal in mind. You just missed a big portion of the story here. I made it especially for you, Shlomo. And you were late. Sorry, you said to God up in heaven, sorry, not to me. Yeah, because I'm talking about success stories. How to become successful. So you missed about 10% of it.
I'll watch it.
I hope so. Send it to your friends. Subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. Good. Spread the word. Now, you can't be successful if you don't have a goal. You need to set a goal. You need to have a purpose. You need to set a goal. You need to have ambition. Yosef is Baal HaChalomot. When we refer to the word Baal HaChalomot, Baal is always the dreamer. The song like the Supertramp, Dreamer. You know the song? I guess you know nothing. What do you know? Celine Dion. Seltzer. I don't know what you guys know. When we say Baal HaChalomot, Baal refers to ownership. He is the owner of his own dreams. He is the master of his ambition. He is a master of his vision. It has to be your vision. If you don't have a vision for yourself, you're not going to be successful because that's somebody else's vision. When mommy wants you to become a doctor, and you're becoming a doctor, not because that's what you want, because what mommy wants, you're going to be a failure. Of course, it's a mistake that most parents make, is to try to live their lives through the children's life because they messed up their lives, and therefore they want to make sure they'll be like that as well, right? Instead of parents telling the kids, listen, I made the mistakes, listen to everybody else besides myself. If that will be the only thing you should listen to is that, go have your own dreams. As a parent, you should encourage your kids to have dreams and their own ambitions. Don't set them so your kids. Most people want, oh, my son the doctor, my son the dentist, my son the accountant, my son the lawyer. Right? Nobody says, oh, my son the teacher. Nobody says, my son the, I don't know, gardener. My son the happy person. You're becoming a showcase to your parents. You're not the master of your own dreams. You're not the master of your destiny. Take this into heart. Rule number 2, or secret number 2. He's stubborn. As much as his father, as the Torah says, shomer et hadavar, he keeps this thing to himself, he also guards and keeps his dreams. He doesn't get confused from the ever-changing reality, or whatever reality comes his way. One time he's a prince, then next day he's a slave. He stays loyal to this, he's stubborn, he has a big dream, he has a big vision with very clear goals and targets. He attaches himself to that. He is dedicated to his goals without any connection to the price that he will have to pay and to the time that would pass for him to reach his goals. For you guys in the back, oh, Rabbi, it's going to take me too much money. What do you want to do with your life? Well, I want to become, I don't know, what should I become? A clinical psychologist. No, you're a clinical psychologist. Wonderful. So, are you going to become a clinical psychologist? No. Why not? Too much money. And it takes 7 years. Okay. So it takes money. It takes 7 years. Yeah, over there in the corner. Yeah, guys.
Very good job.
Yeah.
Very good job.
Yeah. Right? So it takes 7 years. What would you rather do? Invest 7 years to reach the goal and then live the rest of your life according to the way you want? Or you want to live the rest of your life because, away from your dreams. You're not stubborn. You're not going to be successful. You hear that over there, Pinocchio? So therefore, regardless of how much time goes, because of that story, Chazal says, "Le'olam yetzapeh Adam lechalom tov ad chav bet shana." That brought in Masechet Brachot Daf Nun Hey Amud Beis. I should have said bet. I shouldn't say Beis. It's wrong. I said Beis. Yetzapeh lechalom chav bet shana. In other words, if you have a dream, even if it takes you 22 years to reach this dream, well, let it be it. So you're ahead of the game. Rule number 3. He shares with others his success. He shares with others his success. He doesn't keep the success to himself, but he tried to influence and to help as many people as possible. If you don't know what I mean, go find Mr. Putifar, ask him about the well-being. How much better was he when Yosef came? Ask Paro. Why should we stop there? Ask Mitzrayim how good it was for them when Yosef was running. He shares it all. He doesn't accumulate it. He shares the wealth. But he needs to be wealthy to share it. And you can't argue with so many Egyptians, right? He shared the wealth. Number 4, Yosef is ready for any task or any mission that is going to come his way. Okay? To walk or to go by or to go shepherd with his brothers who don't like him, let's put it this way, they didn't like him, to be able to say, I'll go there, and to answer his father Hineni, to be the head of the household of Putifar. Yeah, you ready for this? I'll do that. Your father sent you to go with your shepherd? You know what? I don't want to go, Daddy. They don't like me. I don't want me, Daddy. I would rather sit down and watch YouTube. Yeah, I like to watch Beyonce on YouTube. I don't want to go. Okay, you want me to go? I'll do it. Not a problem. I'll do it. You want me to, You want me to run your house, Putifar? I'll do it. Not a problem. I'll do it. Oh, this is not for me. I gotta go run to my wife. Says, guys, see you. Let the rabbi clean. Don't laugh while you eat. It's dangerous. The children is amazing, by the way. You want me to be Mishneh LaMelech? Hey, bring it on, amigo. It's not a problem. Very happy. Second to the king. I'll do that. Yosef knows how to roll. Yosef knows how to adjust. And that's very important. And because of that, Yosef always falls on his legs and runs. He hit the ground running. It's okay, what it is, I'll go. Why? His ability to adapt to changes, not to be scared away from tasks. Okay, what do you want me? So what? To become a social worker is how many years? 3 years, 2 years, fine. And to become a PhD in psychology, what? 5 years, 7 years? I'll do it. It's no problem. You want me to do something? I'll do it. By the way, I can share it with you. I learned this from my wife. This is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. This is really one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. She's a genius. And whatever, you want me to do this? Fine, not a problem. This, not a problem. This, not a problem. Not afraid of doing work. This is how you become successful. That's how you become accomplished. Are you ready to do any task? If somebody asks you, listen, buddy, can you just do me a favor? Can you clean up in here? Oh no, why me? Why me? Let him do it. Why me? Sure, I'll do it. Not a problem. I'll do it. But are you less than what's his name? Than Yoshua? Not this Yoshua. The Yoshua. Yoshua was a big guy, man. He's a prophet. He's the right hand of Moshe. He comes to the Bet Midrash, arranges the chairs, puts the books away, fixes books. Wasn't below him. He does it. Somebody needs to do it. I'll do it. But makom she'en ish tiyeh ish. There is no man. You'll be the man. This is how you develop, Rabotai. When you run away, you're just like anybody else. You're not alpha dogs. You're maybe like sea dogs. Yeah, you want me to do it? No problem. I'll do it. Not a problem. When this is how you bring yourself up higher to attention than everybody else around you, they spot you. I gotta tell you this. I can tell you from my own experience, both in the Air Force Academy and in the Air Force. When nobody wanted to do things, I did things. And I was always, for whatever reason, regardless of how much I try not to, always spotted, always in positions that nobody ever dreamed to be. That's the way it works. You learn, you roll your sleeves, but we need to do it, we'll do it. Another friend of mine in Israel, Moshe, it's the same thing. The same thing. You want me to be chief of something? I'll do it. You want me to be something else? I'll do it. Listen, it's not really what you know. It's fine, I'll do it, not a problem. He does it. Become successful. You've been spotted out like that. Sitting down in the shades of others, you're never going to be singled out as a alpha dog. So, be ready for every possible task that lays ahead of you. Take initiatives. For example, there's a Shabbaton. What do you mean, the Shabbaton? What do you mean I'm going Yeshiva Shabbaton? What do you mean I'm going to my friend? My friend has a ufruf. Okay, I have ufruf. Gesundheit, Shabbat Shalom, Mazal Tov. Send you a bottle of whiskey. Goodbye, good luck. Come, you have a Shabbaton. Not only are you going to come to eat. If you're a real alpha dog, you're going to say, excuse me, what needs to be done? I'll do it. We need food, fine, I'll take care of this. Needs chairs, we need to arrange. I'm going to sit on the phone, call the guys. Oh, I might not be here. What the heck are you going to be? You got to make sure you be here. Right? Mr. Z and Mr. M and Mr. G. In the back there. The bleachers. Right? You got to be here. This was number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. He tries with all his effort. He puts everything he has, regardless of the situation and the position, the location that he's at. Regardless of that. He gives 100% all the time. In every situation, he does the best of his abilities. No more, no less. Well, sometimes more. Let's put it this way. Sometimes you need to do more. Because if everybody puts so-called 100%, how am I going to single you out from everybody else? So that's why you got to go to 105%, 110%. And actually, matter of fact, if you really want to be singled out, you got to put 150%. Because there are going to be some people going to put 105%. When everybody else, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the following. Work ethics is in the drain. Most people, they do get paid. People do get paid. Their work ethics, I think they put about 30% of what they should have into the work. And it doesn't make a difference what job you do.
Just enough to get fired.
Not even. There will be some people who put 100%. There will be some people who put more. You need to make sure you leave everybody behind. You put 150%. Never less, regardless of what the situation. Without complaining, without whining, with tremendous dedication, committed to what needs to be done, you always surface up about everything. Now people wrote books on this matter of how to become a true leader. This is how you designate a true leader. Stop complaining. You're not a 5-year-old kid by your mama's apron. Stop complaining. It's hard for me. Oh, I can't do this. I don't know. I'm so tired. You tired? You don't know what tiredness is. Try to be 3 days without sleeping, running around all day long doing hundreds of push-ups a day. Then asked to do psychological tests when they crank up the heat and they turn off the light and you're like falling asleep, and if you catch you sleeping, you're out of your course. You tell me you're tired? When you work 16, 17 hours a day to bring some crumbs home for your kids to eat, you never complain. You're going to continue like this, guys, you're never going to make it. Your grandparents never complained. Your parents start complaining. You don't stop complaining. You're not going to make it. It's hard? Okay, so it's hard. Nobody offered you easy life. It's hard, it's good, it's hard. When you go to the gym, do you complain? Do you lift hundreds of pounds? I don't know, in whatever hours you go to, besides looking at the girls with tights, or with the boys with tights. I don't know, whatever, gets you through the night over there. You lift hundreds of pounds. However, to do some work that is hard labor, you won't do this because that's too hard for me, that's not for me. When somebody asks you to take garbage out, you won't do it, it's too heavy. But to the gym you go, hundreds of pounds, and you pay money for it like an idiot. When I was a kid, I wanted my father to buy me, at the time we didn't have dumbbells and stuff like this, so there were springs that you go like this. I wanted my father to guide me straight, I wanted to have muscles. I still remember this, I was before Bar Mitzvah. Well, we had a strip of grass, it was really a strip of grass. It was something about, 12 by 40. My father says, "You want real muscles?" I said, "Yes." He gave me shears. He said, "Cut the grass with shears." Anybody wants to feel this? That's from back then.
Upper back. Front delta.
And also lifting my kids. But do you understand what I'm saying? But just stop complaining. And stop looking, well, how come he's not doing it? How come me? Because I just gave you a test. I wanted to see if you're working for me, right? I wanted to see what's your reaction. If you complain, guess what? You're like him. When it's time to cut positions, you'll be the first ones to go. But the guy says, "Sure, not a problem. He's very valuable to the company. I keep him in. You out." You want to, when it's time to move on, the guy has been there for 20 years, is retiring or something. Who should I take? The guy who's been here the longest and cannot wait to look at his clock, 5 o'clock. Oh, when is it? It's 5 o'clock, and he's out of the door. No, I want the young guy who's ambitious. Says, you want to do stuff? Not a problem. Your boss comes to you. Let's say your job is to sort diamonds. Expensive. You're a big gemologist. Comes your boss, says to you, "Listen, do me a favor. I have some boxes. They really need to go to the post office. Can you take it?" He goes, "Well, me, I'm a messenger." Your boss asks you to do it. You do it. Your boss asks you to do something. You do it. Why are you complaining? You don't want to do it? Would you rather not have a job? When you come to get a raise, you don't seem to complain, right? You want a raise. What have you done? I paid you all the time. Every first of the month or whatever it is. I give you a check. Never late. You did your job, I'll pay for it. For the price that we agreed. Now you want a raise. Why? What have you done? What have you done more than what we agreed on? Yes, I know you did your job. 9 to 5, 9 o'clock you came, 5 o'clock you left. We agreed on $65, $75, $100,000. I said, fine, that's what you're going to do. You did, I paid. You did, I paid. You want more money? What have you done more? You complained. But this is not only as a boss. I'm talking to you also for the boss. Talking to you if you want to know why most people fail in their lives. But they're just dreaming, but they don't own the dreams. That's the reasons why most people are failures. Regardless of the houses they buy. Regardless of the cars they drive. They're failures. Success is put like that. More than that. Next one. He causes people around him. He inspires them to connect to their dreams. Listen, you could do it. What's your dream? You want to become what do you want to become? A cowboy? Heck, why not? Go become a cowboy. There's a famous song by Toby Keith, I Should Have Been a Cowboy. It's a kind of a loser song. Should have been a cowboy? What? You should have been a cowboy. Go become a cowboy. Who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you. You're stopping you. Go do whatever you want. So a person who is successful also inspires people to follow their dreams. Most people don't inspire others to follow their dreams because they themselves didn't follow their dreams. So how could they encourage somebody to do so? You're gonna make yourself look bad in the eyes of yourself. You're gonna feel bad about yourself. So why should I be the only one in the mud? Let's have a whole kumbaya here. Sitting down together, we're gonna hold hands as we're going down the drain. No, inspire people to have your dreams. He listens to the people of the dreams. He is ready and eager to help them. As a matter of fact, if you're going to look at this, he established the first company, Bad Dreams LLC, a Jewish solution for the Egyptian dreamer. He's an entrepreneur, for crying out loud.
Patent pending.
Huh?
Patent pending.
Patent pending. Right? And look who he got himself as customers. All the sarisei, all the eunuchs of the king, all the ministers who are close to Paro, the most loyal people, for crying out loud, even got Paro himself. Imagine you have Donald J. Trump as your customer. Right? Imagine you have, Michelle Obama as your customer, the president, Chaz v'shalom. And the Clintons, they might ask you for a donation for the fund. Wow, it'll be amazing. Bibi, instead of asking his friends for cigars, will come to you. Customers. You're providing for people. What is it you need? Bibi, you want cigars? I get it for you. You want champagne for your wife? Get it for you. Obama, what do you want? I get it for you. You work in Hollywood, get you, yeah. Whatever you want, provider. You have a dream? What's your dream? You want to become owner of a Motel 6 chain? We'll help you get it. Let's make a plan and let's see how we go, one by one. Let's create a plan. You apparently have a dream, but you don't know how to actually execute it. So let me sit down with you and we're going to make a plan. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, we'll do this, we'll do that. From time to time we'll check. I'll help you get your dream. It's good. We become a healthier society like this. Another point. Well, Yosef is a tzaddik. He's a tzaddik. He is honest, without a doubt. Impeccable honesty. He's completely loyal to his values and his virtues, His core values, he's loyal to them, does not divert from them. He's connected and loyal to his roots. Unfortunately, Mrs. Putifar didn't understand him, but she can testify for that as well. How loyal Yosef was to his principles and core values. You need to stand. Never cheat. Never look for loopholes. You're going to start looking for loopholes, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. And I told you, when you're looking too much into loopholes, they end up to be a noose on your neck. And then, don't run through it's like, this is how you, by the way, trap. If you trap a small game animal, right, you create a path, you put a little loophole, and then, strings you up. Next point. He's humble. He's humble. In one hand, he's always in action. He's not afraid to be in the center of the happening. B'merkaz ha'asiyah. Malkiel over there likes this concept, asiyah, to do. He's in the center of action. On the other hand, he doesn't give himself too much self-importance. That's something very important. He always emphasizes the task, and he always says, Biladei Elokim. If it wasn't for God, I won't be able to do so. That's how he answers Parno. He sees himself as a kli, as a vessel in which the light from upstairs comes, and he spreads it to the world. He says, apparently, I'm a vessel. HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose me. Let me try to make the best out of it. It's not me. Lehavdil, as Rosh Limba says, talent on a loan from God. I love that statement. Besides other statements he makes, I really like it. Weapon of mass instruction. I really like that one. But talent on a loan from God. If you think about it, nothing is really yours. Everything is from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And so you have to think about all your talents that you have. And I'm sure you have some talents. Everybody has some talents. Why did God give it to you? To become selfish? No, to share it with others. So therefore, it's a humbling experience. When you think it's all about you, you're constricting yourself because you don't spread out. You're always like, me. You don't go, right? Me. Constricting yourself, you'll crumble. Pressure that will kill you. The next one, and because of that, because he's humble, Shem Shamayim is always on his lips. Always mentions Hashem. And that's what Rashi says on the Pasuk, Vayar Adonav ki Hashem ito, and Hashem and his master saw that God is with him. He continue emphasizing always in everything he goes that he is only a vessel for the flow of abundance that come from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and not because of him. He as a human is nothing. He's just a vessel. So, something to remember. Next point is, he's a workhorse. Yosef is a workhorse. He says, I have a dream. I have a dream. For him, for Yosef, when you have a dream, the dream goes along with stubborn action and persistence and endurance to persevere that does not stop and is continuing and it's invigorating and is go on and on and on. You know, say, I'm too tired of this. I quit. He doesn't sit down and waiting for Mashiach, driving with the Hezbollah flags on the cars, right? Mashiach now. He becomes Mashiach. Mashiach ben Yosef. He gives salvation to his people. So I keep telling you all the time. It's not about waiting for Bet HaMidrash or Mikdash to be finished, to be built. It's to be continuous building it all the time. Are you building it or you're waiting for it from heaven to come down. Waiting for all the stories, like waiting for 72 virgins in the other world. No, there's nothing happens. You want Mashiach to come. You want to build Beit HaMikdash, so go build it. Who's stopping you? Beit HaMikdash and Mashiach are not just physical things, specific persons, specific building. It's a mindset. Because it says, Kol dor she'en Beit HaMikdash nivna, built. Not said nistayem, finished, nivna. Ki'ilu lo bana, ki'ilu nechrav. If you are not involved in building it, it is like you're destroying it. Let me explain to you this. I said it to you today. You always need to be on the move, forward. We are in a dimension of time, always going forward. Time doesn't go back, time goes forward. So therefore, it doesn't make a difference if you make small increments, baby steps forward. You are moving in a natural transition of the universe forward. However, if you stand in one place, you don't stand in one place, you're going backwards, because time goes forward and you go backwards. So he always doing, he's now waiting for reality to change. He changes the parameters of reality. He changes even the laws and the rules that he was at. For example, from a slave, who would think that a slave could become a second to Paro? It's a law. Well, so guess what? I'll change the law. I'll prove everybody I could. How? Keep on rolling, and the more you roll, the more momentum you pick up, the more you become successful. You never stop. I don't understand the people who want to go on retirement. It's not because I'm a workaholic. But what are you going to do? The concept, what are you going to do in retirement? Oh, I'm going to go, I'm going to travel, I'm going to do all the things I didn't want to do. Guess what? You're going to retire, and you're not going to do any of it. Why? Because you haven't done it now. You're not going to do it then. You want to go to Jackson, Wyoming? Don't wait for your retirement. Go. So now you have, 2, 3, 4, or 5 kids. You think you can't go? Wrong. The only reason why you can't go is because you decided you can't go. Take your kids and go. You want to do a road trip? Why you have to wait until you're retired? Take your old lady, get in the car, and go drive. Have a road trip. The truth of the matter is, you say you want to do those things, but really, inside, you don't. You just come up with excuses why you can't do it. You don't want to do it. You want to sit down at home and procrastinate. And that will get you nowhere. Guaranteed. So, one more. He has tons of luck. Oh, goodness, this guy is lucky. However, not necessarily as you think what that luck is. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jefferson said, he says, I'm a great believer in luck, and I discovered that the harder I work, the luckier I get. That's how I can tell you all the time. You create your luck. How do you create your luck? You work hard, you create opportunities. For example, you don't just go to business school. You go to business school and you take another degree with you. Well, who knows what's going to happen? Create opportunities for yourself. Something will happen. You don't create any opportunities, I guarantee you, nothing will happen. You get fat. You need to create opportunities for yourself. You create your luck. There's no such thing as luck.
Bad luck also.
Bad luck or good luck? There's no such thing as luck. But as I said, there's no luck, there's no luck. You know what's bad luck? Having no luck. And how you get no luck? By doing absolutely nothing. Crying out loud, you got up this morning? Yeah, you were up this morning. All systems are functioning, is okay. You didn't have to go with a catheter or anything like that, right? Everything is good? It's good? Aren't you lucky?
Straight.
It's good. Lucky. So what are you talking about luck? Well, you still live with your parents? Well, Hashem, you can live with your parents. Go over there and, go to the city, take a subway, go see how many people don't have parents to sleep, but they sleep in refrigerator boxes. Aren't you lucky? Why are you complaining? He has a bigger house than you. You have a small house. You're not lucky? Well, let me tell you that. For your house, you pay $8,000 taxes a year. For his big house, he pays $25,000, $30,000 a year. Who's lucky? I don't spend so much money on my house. You do. I'm luckier than you. It's all a matter of an attitude. I don't have luck. I'm not luck. What do you mean you don't have luck? What have you created for yourself? You need to create the vessel in which the abundance will come in. Then I'm lucky. Why money comes to money?
That's the vessel.
Because you're the vessel and you fill it up, right? When you pour water into a cup, how many drops of water you put it goes into a cup? You don't measure it by drops. It's like a whole cup is full. There's an ounce, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, 7 ounces. How many drops? I don't know how many drops. Right? Imagine you fill up a cup with a dropper like this. You create, what do I want flow. How you go? You're going to go to the source. Open it up. Come down. You could have a faucet in your house with clean water. Fresh, cold, clean water. And you're dying of thirst on the sofa. You won't get up to do it. You wait for somebody else to do it. You might die of thirst there. You dehydrate. You're going to say, I'm not lucky. Why are you not lucky? Because you don't have a touch. That's life for you. That's what you do with your life. You create your luck. Okay? And the last one, I didn't know how to say it better. But I'll tell you this. Don't jump on me. He doesn't use or believing what we call God, the Yud Ke Vav Ke. What does it mean? I said, don't jump. Yosef never reveals or not reveals, never corresponds towards God or uses the name Yud Ke Vav Ke, always referred to Elokim, the word Elokim. Never Yud Ke Vav Ke. The name Elokim symbolizes the involvement of HaKadosh Baruch Hu with this world through nature, through din and nature. In other words, Yosef is only concerned with what is in his ability to change. Whatever only he could do and he could inflict changes on. From your power, from our power. How do we become a chariot to the shefa, to the abundance that comes from above, that passes through each and every one of us? For example, it's not always have to be with money. Let's say, for example, he's good in biology. Kadosh Baruch Hu gave him that tool. He's good in math. And he is not. So he's going to share the abundance with him. And by sharing the abundance, you're becoming a chariot, a vehicle for the shefa, for the blessed to come to this world. And By doing so, by becoming the chariot, by able to share and so on and so forth, understanding that you need to do, and not sitting there and waiting for God to do everything. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells you, listen, I mean, He created the universe. But still HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, opening, that is as big as a point of a needle. And I will open you an opening as big as the doors of a stadium. Why do I need to open this? Because we need to do something. We need to understand that we must do something on our part. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not going to do things without us doing that. That's doing something for it also. That's how the whole world was created. That's how we become partners with creation. You want to be with God all the time? Become His vehicle. Share it. Spread it. Whatever your abilities are. So, if we're going to look at this quickly, we're going to say, if you want to succeed like yourself, the secrets will be to believe in your dreams, because your dreams, for example, are different than my dreams, and different than his dreams. Because each and every dream that we have comes from the bottom of our neshama. And my neshama is different than his, and different than yours, and so on and so forth. That's why it's wrong to apply your dreams on somebody else. It doesn't fit him. We don't share the same neshama. Even if he wants to be a cowboy, and I want to become a cowboy, we're never going to become the same cowboys, because maybe he wants to be a cowboy in Argentina, and I want to become a cowboy in Texas. It's not the same cowboys. Your dreams comes from your neshama. Is a spiritual expression of something deep that resonates inside of you. That's why the mistakes that parents make is they force their dreams on their children, and it doesn't fit the kids. So the kids rebel, or they learn to suppress themselves to the point that that pressure that mounts inside of them will have to explode or released in some ways. Usually it explodes in unexpected ways. And it has nothing to do whether you're religious or not religious, doing mitzvah or not doing mitzvah. We all have neshama. We all have to understand that. And we should work, and you should make an effort as there is no God. Why? You have to put an effort. Don't say, oh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will do it. We're not at that level, Rabotai. I have to try hard. Yes, Hashem always helps me, but I need to do it like I'm on my own. Amen. Anili? Mili. Vimlo achshav ematai. If not now. If it's not for me, who am I? I have to do it. I have to do it myself. I'm not going to wait for Uncle Sam to do it for me. I'm not going to wait for some government entitlement program to do it for me. I want to be successful. I got to do something for myself. I got to roll the sleeves, get in the mud, get dirty, and find the treasures there. I'll find something. You sit on the side and fantasize about what I found. They're going to try to steal it from me. And that's usually what happens. Be stubborn, and a ruthless, stubborn person. Be persistent with your dreams. And if it doesn't work here, if your dream is really yours, take it. Go dream somewhere else. It's not a problem. Become a real optimist. A real optimist, not a pessimist. Always says, we could make it happen. We can hack it. It could be done. We can do it. How many people you know that had great dreams, but never said, oh, that could be done. I can't. Never. Optimist. It could be done. It'll do it. We'll succeed. It will happen. You have greater chances to succeed than you have to fail. Failure, Rabotai, is not the lack of success. Failure, Rabotai, is lack of effort and willingness to try. And the bottom line, at the end, you have to be a great believer. You have to believe and recognize that all the kochot and all the powers and all the abilities and everything in the world comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yitbarach. He gives us the freedom to do so, but He's not going to make us to do anything. Understand that everything comes from Him, and that should be the goal for your life. So you don't have to go to MBA school to learn how to become successful. You just sit down and analyze what we just said. Look at how Yosef did it, and then you'll see that every successful person, anywhere, anytime, followed, if not the exact, most of what we said now. Because Yosef was the most successful. From a slave that was rejected by his brothers, became the most powerful man in the ancient world. And if he can do it, you could do it. Stay loyal to this. It's good to have dreams, but always execute your dreams into action. ללמוד וללמד, לשמור, לעשות ולקיים. That's what we need to do. Forward motion. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of hard work. Don't complain. Dream big. And Be'ezrat Hashem, you'll be successful. Shabbat Shalom.